Hi, my name is Kylie Kiros, and this is my interview for St. David's School of Nursing. So I'm just going to hop straight into these questions. So, question one, I chose St. David's School of Nursing because its mission and vision strongly align with the type of nurse I aspire to become. I remember when I was applying to colleges, one of the main reasons why I chose Texas State is due to the St. David's nursing program. I love the y'all's accreditation, the y'all's high passing NCLEX rates, and the values y'all hold. I love how St. David's focuses on ethical, patient centered care and the development of strong clinical judgment, which reflects the values I hold close to my heart and the type of nurse I want to become. I have prepared for this program by building a strong foundation both academically and through hands on experiences. As for academics, I meet the requirements for this program and I made Dean's List Fall 2024, and last semester, Fall 2025, I made the President's List. I also have a certification in CPR. And as for hands on experiences, a major experience that I'm truly grateful for is serving as a hospice volunteer. I learned the importance of compassionate, patient centered care, and this experience has reinforced my desire of becoming a nurse and serving others with dignity, respect, and empathy. Another experience that has prepared me for this program is my part time job at Target and my previous job experience as a restaurant manager. These two experiences have really helped me develop strong communication skills, working as a team, time management, and most importantly, is remaining calm and professional in a fast paced work environment, which I believe are all the skills I will need for nursing. Through these experiences, I both have grown personally and professionally, and I believe I'm ready to take on this nursing school journey. And I will be so grateful if I can start this journey at St. David's and focus on becoming the nurse I always wanted to become. For question two, the experience that prepared me most to become a nurse who works with a diverse population was growing up taking care of my grandpa as he lived with a chronic illness. From a young age, I spent a lot of time with him, and I would help him in small but meaningful ways by reading to him, making his morning coffee, preparing his meals, or just by keeping him company and trying to put a smile on his face on those tough days. These moments really taught me patience, compassion, and the importance of simply just being present for someone. As his health declined over the years, I spent a lot of time with him at the hospital, and during this time, I witnessed firsthand the impact nurses can have on patients as well as their families. Even during this time, I specifically remember these nurses for my grandpa showed my family and I genuine kindness, explained things clearly to us, and helped us understand what's happening, and supported my family through such a difficult time. They made this hard time become a little less lighter because a main important that me and my family still talk about to this day is how those nurses, their care wasn't, it didn't feel rushed, or it didn't feel like we were just another patient on their chart. It felt real, and we could definitely tell that there was an actual human connection, and that is super important, and I valued that even at a young age. And watching the way they treated my grandpa during his final days really changed me. It showed me that nursing is not just about clinical skills, it's about having dignity for your patients, empathy, and treating every patient as someone who matters and meeting their specific needs. Overall, this experience inspired me to want to become the kind of nurse who provides comfort and advocates for my patients, supports families of all backgrounds. I want to do that. And because of my grandfather, I carry this deep commitment to care for others with these type of values like compassion, respect, and understanding, especially at such a vulnerable time of their lives in that moment. For question three, my volunteer work and life experiences have prepared me for a career in healthcare by strengthening my compassion, communication skills, and the ability to provide patient centered care in many different settings. One of my most meaningful experiences, which I was talking about previously, was becoming a hospice volunteer. I still am. I visit my patient weekly to provide companionship and emotional support. During our visits, we talk about our lives, our current experiences, share stories between one another, and do things that she enjoys, such as looking through her cookbooks or her learning how to cross stitch, which is a skill she practiced throughout her whole life. She is very skilled, and she actually wanted to pass that trait on to me. and that was a very special moment, and I'll always carry that deep to my heart. Through this experience, I've learned that healthcare is not only just about physical care, but it's also about being present and comforting and building trust between you and your patient. So, providing my patients with connection and emotional support has deeply strengthened my understanding for compassionate patient centered care, especially for individuals who are dealing with chronic illnesses and things like that. Another experience that has prepared me for healthcare is completing a phlebotomy course back in high school. So, this experience introduced me on hands on clinical skills and patient interaction in a healthcare setting. Although I have not renewed my certification, this course taught me proper techniques for drawing blood, handling specimens, and maintaining safety and professionalism. But most importantly, this has taught me how to communicate with patients who may feel uncomfortable or anxious, which made me reinforce the importance of empathy, having clear communication, and reassurance for them during those clinical procedures. My work experience has also played an important role because at a young age, I became a restaurant manager, and this taught me how to lead a team, manage stressful situations, and handle conflict while remaining calm, respectful, and solution oriented. These skills translate directly to healthcare, in my opinion, where teamwork, adaptability, and professionalism are key essential things I will need. So, for question four, I know technology is really important in healthcare, and I understand how easy it can be for that real connection to get lost if you're not careful. And I, as a future nurse, I do not want that to happen with me and my patients. I don't want them to feel like I'm paying more attention to a screen than to them. So when I'm a nurse and using things like electronic health records or even the bedside technology in these patients' rooms, I plan on being intentional and staying present by making eye contact, explaining what I'm doing, and including my patients in the process. Like, even through small actions like turning the screen that I'm reading off of so they can feel more involved in their own care plan, or by having emotional intelligence in reading my patient's facial expressions if I can obviously see if they feel a little bit anxious or scared, and I can ask them, do you have any questions for me, or would you like me to explain this in a different way? Just things like that. I also know that not everyone may feel confident in using technology, or some patients may even feel uncomfortable because it is still new. Because of that, I want to try and meet my patients where they're at by using like simple language, checking in to make sure they understand what's happening, and most importantly, being patient.